I'm putting on my camp German voice, which means my pronunciation is perfect. Oh, I'd love some Marmorkuchen. Mm. Near perfect, yes. Oh, would I like some Mettigel or some Marmorkuchen? Should I get a jam and cream sponge or a caterpillar chocolate cake? I mean, both sound awful. Your German is generally quite good, shockingly. High German is non-rhotic. Oh, like proper English. Hang on, Paul. I think if I were forced to eat a cake, I would rather have a jam and cream sponge. However, I will not be touching either of them, so get whatever you like. Let's continue. Yippee. I forgot you can throw stones in this game, by the way. I should relearn that button, because I've never figured it out. Marmorkuchen. Get some jam and cream and a pack of sponges and make your own. Oh good, there's a poll for what cake. I don't think I've ever had a cake that I thought was even a little bit nice. I think every time I've ever tried cake, vegan or real, I've always gone, ugh. They're always disappointing and bad. You know what? When I was a kid, I don't know if this counts as a cake. Probably not, because it's not baked, it's just in the shape. But I could kind of fuck with a Romantica when I was a kid. I always thought it was like the rich man's Viennetta. I was okay with it. It's an ice cream cake kind of thing, with biscuit as a base. Throwing stones will only attract people if they don't see you throwing them. What about if you throw it at their faces? That's ludicrous. You can keep one of them for next year. I'm sure it's going to keep well. Oh, still ill. Right, where am I going to do this main quest? What quests have I got up? Where am I going? Wedding crashers. That's what we need to do. Also combat training. We'll see if we do that at some point. I need to get to the wedding party. That was the whole thing that we started with. The blacksmith. I would like to go to the blacksmith. Let's go. Did you claim any of the Twitch drops? I did! I have a full set of cut purse armor. I have no fucking idea where to get that, or why I would want it, but I claimed it. When I was a kid, we had these ice cream sandwich tacos, which were great. Oh, the personal chest! Now, if you were to ask me where my personal chest is in this game right now, I'd have no idea. Probably at an inn, or it might be in the herb woman's hut. I've never opened it. Any bed you own, okay. Do I own any beds? It's below your personal neck. Below your neck. Oh, everyone banned. Sandwich tacos sounds nice. I remember, I have fond memories. One of the few ice cream dishes, Stark, by the way, we'll just deal with it. It should be dawn soon. What time is it? Yeah, it should be dawn soon by the time we arrive. I have fond ice cream memories of my nana carving up the ice cream brick with a bread knife and putting it between two cheap wafers. That was actually quite nice. I think I just have really, really dirt cheap taste. I mean, I did describe earlier in the stream me asking my mum for a smoked mackerel as a treat. So, yeah, cheap peasant taste, I guess. Also, happy birthday. Got that fucking skibbity toilet tongue stuck in my head now, thanks for that. You're a Zoomer. No, Gen A, I guess. Because Zoomers are now approaching 30. I mean, some definitions, not all of them, but I'm on the cusp. Some definitions have me as a Zoomer. So we're old now, if I am one. I don't know if the Zoomers are really fucking with skibbity toilet. That's the Gen A's, right? The alphas. From the name Gen Alpha, I assume they all look like that Chad meme. You're a Zillennial, I've decided. Oh. Absolutely, definitely not pushing 40 over here. Yeah, how old are millennials now? Christ. If they were born in, like, 1982... Oh, God, they're pushing 40. Yeah, you're right. Oof. Millennials gonna be having midlife crises soon. I'll be 36 this year. I mean, I'm approaching 30, so I'm you know, I'm all the way up there with you. Born in 85, I'm expecting a pension soon. I've just turned 35, 37 years young. I always forget how old my chat is. Because Emma's also in her 30s. Fuck, so many olds. Exactly. Dave is 38 next week. 38 this year. See, I've got a collection of olds in my stream. If you were born in 1982, you'd be 43 this year. Oh my god, they're so old! Sorry, I did the maths wrong. I forgot it was 2025. My voice is becoming more and more nerdy, by the way, as my nose gets more congested, so we'll just have to deal with it. Lara was born in 82. Hello, friend. Are you a friend or an angry man?
Praise God.
You're just a beggar, that's alright. We'll continue along the road. Get to this blacksmith. It's brightening up. We can almost see. I let us average a younger age. Yeah, I'd say millennials. 35 to 45, basically, is that range now? My personal way to determine generation is if you know what a floppy disk is, you're a millennial. I have never used one, but I'm aware of their existence. I have used one as a coaster. My dad had floppy disks, like ancient floppy disks even at the time, when I was a kid, and I used them as coasters at my desk. So I'm aware that they are a storage media. If you were to ask me how much megabytes or kilobytes, I don't know, bytes a floppy disk could hold, I would have no answer for you. I have no idea. I'm 33 this year and a millennial, don't age me. 1.44 megs? I played games from them. Wolfenstein 3D. If you were to ask me what Wolfenstein came on, I wouldn't have had an answer. Because I don't really know where floppy disks fit in the world. In terms of history. How much could a DVD hold? Was that like 4.7 gigs or something? I can't even remember. I remember them. 4 gigs, yeah. 4.7, I've remembered. A fact. Alright, we've got here just as dawn is breaking, so unfortunately this guy is asleep. So I guess we'll just wait in the fucking cold until like 8 in the morning. Wolfenstein, that came on punch cards. There we go, hello blacksmith boy. Don't drink from that, I need to wash my face. Gonna wash my face in the dog slobber water. Probably full of bird shit. Hello. I've talked to you about 11 times so far and I've never done the main quest. Playing Doom on an abacus. I did watch a video recently where somebody ported Doom to a TI-83, is that what it's called? The school calculators? It was not very good. The video was, the game wasn't. At the start of IT in school, they gave us floppy disks to save our work for the next 4 years when I was in school. Oh! When I was in school, I was told to buy a 500 gig to 1 terabyte external hard drive. Although, to be fair, that was college. Spectrum ZX Plus 2 had a tape player. Games were loaded on cassette tape and took 5 minutes. Oh, Christ. I'm so glad I have emulators now. I mean, totally legal hardware. How long until Doom plays on a condom? If you know what a cassette is, you're probably going to be a millennial. Also never used a cassette. Colin did win, yes. So I'm just reading about old computers now. Cats on my laptop. My brother puked in my cassette player for the C64. The Commodore 64. Oh, yeah, I was thinking of the Nintendo 64. I was like, what the fuck is a C64? The Commodore, that's it. I've played Commodore 64 games, I'm sure. I can't remember any of them, but I definitely have emulated. I'm here about the job, by the way.
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge. I could.
Oh, I played Neighbours, that's
hands,
right.
well,
on the Spectrum.
they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up,
The work is piling up. Ah, what do they call you?
Henry.
I'm
Henry.
Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah.
I think you'll
I
find
basically
I'm a
grew
bit
up
of
in
an
the
expert.
forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any.
No
He
one
even
believes
forged
you here.
swords for the
Everybody
nobility.
hates
For the
foreigners here.
nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
fine,
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your
I
father
hate
was
this
a
guy's
swordsmith,
voice.
should it?
Was Henry's father a toolmaker? No, not Neolib Henry, please. Ugh. I've met kids who don't know what a cassette tape is. I thought the youth were all about, like, cassette tapes for some reason. Even though they... Don't they suck? Like, there's, like, a horrible hiss and the fidelity's really shit. I thought they were, like, bringing them back. Maybe that's Zoomers. Cassettes are coming back. There we go. Like, I get vinyl because it's lossless and, you know, acoustic and... Or analog, I should say, not acoustic. But cassettes... Cassettes are notoriously fucking garbage. Like, why would you bring cassettes back? I mean, I don't have a vinyl collection either, but ugh, I'd rather have that than cassettes. Is Henry Sir Keir Starmer's ancestor? Let's get started, sure. We'll learn how to blacksmith, I guess. I saw a scene kid tiger stripe hair today. Gen Z is bringing it back. No! That was the worst look of all time.
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Look at you
Right.
applying the honorific.
Find
I
some
think it
iron
sounds
and
funny.
get started.
I think anytime
Iron.
anybody calls
You
themselves
can't make a
sir,
sword out
I
of
think it's
butter, but
hilarious.
If you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge.
Good stuff. I cannot imagine going around and calling yourself sir.
Go over to the anvil and let's get started.
I just think it should be a subject of mockery. Getting to the wedding party. Yeah, that's fine. Where's your chest then? Should be around here somewhere, right? Am I just blind? Where's your little chest? There's your chest. Oh. Right, what do I need to make this? Fastening material, scrap metal and steel, I'm assuming. Right, start blacksmithing. Let's try this. A hunting sword. The hunting sword is the faithful companion of every hunter or poacher, usually to finished off hunted game. It's also handy for cutting kindling for a fire.
Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try.
Okay.
Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Move workpiece. Move the blade around in the furnace to heat its individual parts.
Furnace, nice and hot. There's a
Blow.
lever above you. Give it a pull. It works to bellow.
Q. Am I pulling? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, it's on fire. Holding Q pumps it. There we go. Is it hot? Come on. Get hot. Okay, it's glowing a bit there. Just smooth movements.
Tell the
There we go.
But you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out.
Yeah, that looks fine.
See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat
Okay.
up the whole thing.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
The whole thing is heated up now.
Okay,
Now
yeah,
come over
good.
to the anvil.
Or to anvil.
Bring the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it.
Oh, Christ. Okay. Beat the shit out of it, I guess.
Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times.
I don't know how. Oh! 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 Don't whistle at me. I'm so shit at this already.
Sparks, that's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power.
Full power.
A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are.
Okay. Ugh.
That's got a nice ring to it. Of
There we
course,
go.
If it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One
I'm
hit
so
gets you
shit.
the other.
Forge the piece. Oh, the entire piece should be hammered evenly.
So
I've been
what then?
going
If you
piecemeal.
can't handle it, I'll have you make nails instead.
Leave me alone. I'm doing really well.
Very nice. You're doing just fine.
Am I?
When I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side.
Okay. Rotate the workpiece. There we go. Now we'll do it properly. Smash. Then smash. Then smash. Then smash. Then back here. Smash.
Nice. Now
There
try
we go.
forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway.
Okay. Close to the shape of the piece resembles. Keep forging until it cools off. I might just keep doing this. It's looking more like a sword. Why is this guy taking you on as apprentice? It's because he said he is fucked and behind schedule, and we convinced him that we had already basically received a lot of training. Because our dad was one. So it technically wasn't a lie.
cool,
It's just that I never fucking did
Can't
this.
do it all in one go.
Oh
You
my
gotta put it
god,
in
back to the
furnace
fucking
from time to
I'm never
time.
doing this again after
Sometimes
this.
You gotta go there and back all day.
The alchemy I find relaxing and fun. I do not like doing this so far.
Heat it all up again, like before.
Yeah, reheat it. Cool. Heat it up, baby. Now, they came watched the little vampire and they hated it. It was unbelievably terrible. Like, it was really bad. Okay, that's hot. That's hot. Oh, we're so hot. Look how hot.
Heat it up now. So come over to the anvil.
Yep, good stuff. It does. Why are you rubbing it in there? Why not leave it? I'm not the only one who does not listen to tutorialization, it turns out. It's great.
See that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes.
Good stuff. That was not on the right thing. Rotate it. Who's the fire pervert now? That was a good ping.
Sparks.
Ping!
That's the stuff.
There we go. Ping it. Get it pinged, fucker.
The ring you want.
Okay, rotate it again. Am I going to need to heat it in a second again? Am I done? Let me stop whistling! I'm out of my fucking depth here. Okay, back in. Do I not have Temu here? In 2019, I went on vacation alone to my parents' summer cottage. My mum left a copy of The Little Vampire Goes on Vacation on the table. Ah! It's very sweet. I mean, I imagine I wouldn't like these books if they're anything like the movie. Although I've heard that the movie, like, is kind of a bastardization. Okay, now back over. Oh, that's probably too hot. That's fucking hot. At some point you'll have to hit it. There we go. How long do we think this will take?
Well struck.
Please. Then over here.
Well struck.
No American English. You were on holiday.
Now it's taking on the right shape.
Emma says parking lot.
You can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm.
When I hammered a
When I
piece to a
hammer
beat.
to a beat, the work goes easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going.
Staying alive. That's not working.
Once.
I don't know, like a really slow beat. Oh, it's gonna have to be like fucking We Will Rock You by Queen or some shit like that.
There you go. You've got it finished.
Apparently that's finished.
Temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
Alright. Quench. Where's the quench bucket? What do we do here? You must temper it with E. Alright. Press E. What am I doing here? Heating it up and then putting it in the big bucket? There we go. Bucket. The kazoo classic to whistle to. What nightmare is this? Hunting, so okay. Quality, I don't know what quality that is. I have no idea. But I made a hunting sword. Please never make me do that again.
Let's have a look.
The beloved kazoo classic. I'll click on that in a second then.
Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here.
You were almost
Even
confident.
so, keep in mind.
Oh,
it's all
I
about
see.
making
I see.
sure
Hang on. I
every
see in the
strike does its job.
URL, I can see
That's
the name
why you can't
Erasure.
let it get cold.
I don't think that works
Striking
for a
the same
constant
spot.
rhythm.
If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
I would like... What's the whistling one? Shut up. How should I heat it up properly? Why forge evenly? When is it finished? That's all I need to know. It'll be alright.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed.
Oh, I got a
There's
personal chest.
where
That would have been
you
helpful
keep your
earlier.
things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. They can't afford it neither.
You sound like when I try and do an accent. Alright, what can I do with the items? You can fucking stab people with them or sell them, I assume. What now?
Now,
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right, here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
just like that. You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder.
Am I gonna
all
have to
bloody
do
day.
this?
You
Or is it
take
just gonna
care of
skip
these
ahead?
Smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able. and then
Because I'm
settle
already,
for
I think, a
what you may
master level
enjoy
alchemist. I
until
don't
I'm
need this
being out
shit.
in the open again. I'll give you some more interesting work.
Alright, cool. You got your own bed! God, is that the first time that's happened? Side quest completed. Getting to the wedding party with the help of blacksmith Radovan. Well, do I have to make more shit first? He said he had to test me first. We forged iron, now he's got some work lined up for me. Oh, fine. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to start blacksmithing. Good stuff. My dad sometimes uses sacra when he's a bit mad. I don't know what it translates to. Right. Long swords, X's, other. Well, you haven't given me... Do I have to read these things? Oh, it means holy. Oh, that makes sense. It's basically the same as French. Okay. Good stuff. I could have worked that one out. It's farmer's horseshoes. Learn it. Yep. It needs scrap metal. And that's it. The result of a novice blacksmith. The rider will hardly feel the acceleration of a horse in these. And what's the other one? A work axe. Scrap metal as well. Lightweight axe designed for work in woods or farm. Fine, let's make a horseshoe and an axe. Oh, kill me. I think it's from sacrament, which means guess. Let's make a horseshoe. That's already a horseshoe. I don't think I need to do anything with that. It's just a horseshoe. Okay, move workpiece. How am I... Blow. I guess... No, this is big enough, so I don't need to move it. That was the whole point of moving it. Just get it nice and hot. Oh, it's so hot. Look at that. Get it nice and white. There we go, and then move it over. Tabernacle is a Quebecois swear. They're the weird ones, aren't they? Missed. Missed. This is harder than the sword. Flip it over. I don't know how to tell without the guy going, and you're done. When I'm done. Oh my Christ. Come on. Just... It requires very small movements. Just hitting the fucking anvil over and over again. Reverse it again. Smash. Miss. Smash. Smash. Miss. Smash. Smash. Is that... Are we back to the forge? Heat it up again? Might be all good. I don't think I'd like to be a blacksmith. I don't think I'd be good at it. I only took metalwork in school for about 3 months. And I was shit at that too.
It's burning.
It's burning! Oh, no! Henry, you fucking fool. Smash it. Oh, Christ. Missed. Missed. Didn't miss. Fucking hell. You gotta make 4 of these per horse. We're so shit and slow. Scrape the burnt bits off. Like sort of disappointing toast. I think we're doing okay. Maybe.
Well, I've got half finished.
Okay, that bit's done. Ow. That would really numb your hand after a while. I assume that's what the huge gloves are for. Come on, just fucking move it around. Jesus Christ, Henry! Up here where it's still a bit... Oh! Fuck off! Can we... Are we done yet? For fuck's sake. Okay, back to the forge. Heat it up one more time. I better not have to make 4 of these. There's better be like a set that we're making here. I've been having a lot of toast recently.
Burning.
It's burning, Henry! I've been having an unhealthy amount of toast. Because I recently purchased, like a medieval lord, a 4-slice toaster. For the first time in my life. Because there was one at my office, where I work.
I'm always hitting the same place.
Shut up, Henry! You're not helping. Like, do you want me to do more on this side? Anyway, I was so impressed with the 4-slice toaster at work, I was like, I should get one of these for home. But it felt so lavish. Oh, we're done. Quench and finish. Good. Christ. That's madness. I don't actually usually have 4 slices of toast in it. I have 3, because 4 feels like too much. 4 feels like it would turn me into Henry VIII. Whereas 3, that feels like, you know, a decent amount of toast. Farmer's horseshoes. I have no fucking idea if that's good or not. If the quality's good. 4 naan, Dreya. That's insane. Okay, next I think we need to make an axe. And that should be the end, right? Hopefully. Let's do work axe. Oh, Christ. It's going to be a fucking nightmare. Yeah, that looks like an axe. Let's try and actually take care in this one. I use just the 2 toaster slots and keep the other 2 for emergencies. Right, just keep it going. Get it nice and hot. Is the back bit not getting hot at all? Are we not doing anything with the back bit? Okay, that seems good. To the anvil. Straw colour. That looks straw-ish. Right, just very carefully. Right, where are we hitting? There we go. Smash. Then move it a tiny bit. 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 And then back. It's really, really fucking sensitive. Stop whistling. That whistling is going to drive me fucking insane. Stop it. Am I meant to be doing 1/2 at a time? I'm assuming this is fine. I haven't really done much of the alchemy in this game on camera. I've mainly done it off camera just to buff myself up with potions. It is so much more satisfying and easy than this. Oh, cross is burning. Let me take it off again. Time to check Nexus mods to see if anyone's made a mod for the whistle. No, just please stop whistling, it's annoying me.
Well, this one's gonna need some more work.
What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, maybe flip it.
What a day.
What a day. Oh, Christ. I like the whistling isn't really that consistent here. Okay, it is turning into an X. You can see this is turning into an X. That is becoming an X. It has the little droop shape, like a bearded X. Smash. Smash. Stop. Please stop. Is that my dog fighting with another dog?
Done.
Almost done. Okay. Fuck, this is taking a while. Yay! Quench and finish. Thank Christ. God only knows how well this is going to turn out. This whistling is almost as annoying as the constant orgasms around Cyberpunk. I know that is there sex in Cyberpunk? Or is it like one of those things that claims to be quite punk but is weirdly sexless? I think there's a quest featuring a YouTuber where like his electric penis explodes or something like that, but I don't know if they actually show anything. Or if it's like one of those games that's like, you know, rated M but has no breasts in it or peni or anything. Okay, we did it. Quality something. I think we actually did an okay job on that one. Hey, am I done now?
What can I do for you?
I have stuff. Tell me about the interesting job.
It's about those 2 idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semine. And they never came back.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so.
Okay, that's perfect. That's more what I'm equipped to do.
And especially the cargo. Go to Semine and find out what the bloody hell happened.
Okay, which way did they go?
Have you any idea which way they might have gone? I could have a look along the way. Maybe their cart broke down or something.
There's only one road to Semine that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Truskovitz. and then to the south. Where
Okay,
I've got
I'll
a
look for
bad
that.
feeling they got up to no good in Sameen.
Ooh, okay. Let's go.
All right. I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly.
All
I'll
right.
kick some sobriety into them.
Okay, perfect. End dialogue. I don't want to see you anymore. I'll put these things that I've made into the chest if you like. Where's my... How do I view my inventory? D? Because I am over encumbered. So this work X can go in there and this hunting sword. There we go. Why am I holding so much shit? Is it because I have lots of stuff on me for like making shit, like scrap metal? Materials. How heavy is scrap metal? Heavy-ish. Alright, we'll see. You can't turn off the whistle, but the whistle happens when you're doing well. If you keep it up, apparently it allows you to hammer faster. Oh! Right, well, let's go. Oh, God! Oh, I thought the dog was dead. It's just sleeping. I thought my dog had killed another dog. I thought that's what that barking was. Okay, tack off is where we are right now, and it heads south. So, and Sameen is down there. So we have to go down here somewhere. Heads from Takov to Troskowitz and then down here. Let's just follow the road, see if we can find any boys. Be a good time. South. This way? Hang on, I've already gotten lost. We need to be heading south. So this way. So follow this road out here. Jesse Cox just runs about clutching his crotch, but nothing is ever shown. I mean, I guess I'm not, like, clamoring to see Jesse Cox's penis, but I think it's the principle of the thing. Like, if you're going to make a game with mature themes, don't be afraid. It just makes you look cowardly. Like, do you ever see Pinois in... What?
Good man. Hold on.
Why? Do you ever see Pinois in The Witcher? Because you see a lot of breasts in The Witcher, and I think if you don't see at least some scrotum in The Witcher at any point, then that's cowardly and wrong. What? What do you want?
What's going on?
Do you have any coin to spare?
150 gold! That's so much fucking money! Why?
Tell me, how come you're begging? What happened to you?
Allow me to disabuse you of your misconception.
Oh, he knows some
I
words.
am no beggar. I simply find myself in a bind compelling me to rely on the kindness of good people.
So...
Like Blanche
you're begging?
Dubois?
But I'm not a beggar.
That didn't end up well for her. Fuck it, take 150 gold. Maybe you're Jesus. Jesus was always doing shit like this. He'd show up being like, "Oh, I'm a little crone. I need some money, please." And then you'd go, "Ah, fuck off, you." Kick him to the side. And then later on you'd get to heaven and Jesus would be there going, who do you think that was then? Yeah, here you go, take
I'll
it.
spare you a few coins. It's a lot more than I normally give, I have to say.
Thank you so much. May the Lord repay your kindness.
Jesus? Are you Jesus? Alright.
Farewell. May you travel safely.
Yes. Thank you.
You better be Jesus. We'll come back later. Right, where's the road south? Is this the road south? No. I went the wrong. I need to be going southeast. God damn it. I know you're supposed to strike the hammer in time with the beat of what he's whistling. My brain wants to process the second note he whistles as the downbeat for some reason. So it screws me up. I was finding it quite difficult to find the beat there as well. The entire make a character in Cyberpunk is practically pointless throughout the game, to be fair. I don't know. I've never played it. I might at some point. You can probably tell from what I just said about The Witcher, I have a very, very dim view of CD Projekt Red. It's in 3.4, so that's fun. You just need to sing along to I Me Mine. This doesn't look like the road. Apparently it is. This is the road. Okay. Honestly, don't. It just looked like... I don't know. The Witcher, but like leaning into the same tone as like Amazon's The Boys, and it just made me annoyed. You'll never make it through the insufferable, edgy Keanu character. I am full-on sick of Keanu Reeves as an entity. And that happened fairly quickly. Because Keanu Reeves seems like a perfectly nice guy and is renowned for being quite a shit actor. And he seemed... I don't know who he hired as a PR guy, but like he turned John Wick into being this sort of like wholesome 100 Chungus character. And it just sort of annoys me. And then he was just in things as cameos, and the whole joke was that, look, it's Keanu Reeves for some reason. You'll never make it through the edgy Keanu character. I don't know if Keanu Reeves can play an edgy character. I don't know if he can play any character. Well, he's quite good as John Wick, but that's because John Wick is not a role that requires any acting. He's been quite good in like 2 or 3 roles. There's a movie called River's Edge with him and... Oh, who else is in that? Dennis Hopper and Crispin Glover, I think, are in that. Where he's genuinely really good. I think he's a really good actor. He's really, really good in it. And he's really good in My Own Private Idaho. That's it, though. Like, outside of that, the only roles where he's even passable in are movies where he doesn't have to act, like John Wick, where his whole vibe is be tall and bearded and go a lot. He's on that charlatan Netflix Ancient Apocalypse, that charlatan Netflix show Ancient Apocalypse with Graham Hancock, just going like, what? And If you think his acting in movies is shite, his voice acting is petrified wood. I mean, that's not... honestly, I think his best acting roles a lot of the time rely on his physicality. Like John Wick, it definitely does. I think even in River's Edge, and like even Bill and Ted, I think you need to have him there kind of flouncing around to sell it. You know, he can't really do it with just his voice, so he has to use his body to emphasize. And I think that makes him quite okay. Without the physicality, I can imagine he is the world's most boring man to listen to. Like, he does not have a distinctive or interesting voice. I played Cyberpunk without paying and had an okay time. If I had paid full price, I'd be annoyed. If the base Cyberpunk 2077 came with the expansion was half the price, I could live with it. I've heard the expansion is better, to be fair, on Cyberpunk, I guess. But I don't know. It's his expansion. I think he's only played 2 roles, Ted and Bill and Ted and John Wick. I mean, you could basically categorize them into those 2 camps, definitely. Like, in River's Edge, he's definitely more of a Ted from Bill and Ted. And in Cyberpunk, he's probably more of a John Wick, right? I thought he was fun and even enthusiastic in Babes in Toyland. Hello, friends, soldiers, whatever you are you cool?
What?
There's boys fighting.
What was that?
You're just so confused about these dueling boys. I'm assuming they're just having a friendly match, are they?
Come on, stop a while, my good man.
Yeah, they're just having fun. Oh, what else was he? He was, for some reason, in Toy Story 4. I watched Toy Story 4. Despite never watching Toy Story 3, and not really being a fan of Toy Story 1 or 2, I watched Toy Story 4 with Emma in the cinema, and he was in that, and he was, again, absolutely fine and kind of bare minimum. He was okay in Constantine. That's really what you get with Jonathan Wick, with Keanu Reeves. He's just sort of fine at best. He's like, he'll do the job. He'll make the right faces. Hello, Dorothy. What did you want? What happened here?
What happened to you?
A wheel on our wagon broke, so we're waiting here for my husband to come back from the village.
Is there a reason you said that in such a suspicious way?
The roads are treacherous these days.
Passable.
What can we do? We have to make a living.
Yes, Constantine,
somehow.
I think, falls into the John Wick camp.
Do you want to buy anything?
Sure. Show me what you
I'm
got.
happy to take a look at your wares.
Of course. No
And I
trouble
don't mean
at
that
all.
as a euphemism. What have you got? Nothing, really. I've already got the fancy hat. You've got very little gold. You've got some Frankfurt steel. I don't know if that's anything. You know what? I'll buy some lockpicks from you. That's probably alright. And An armorer's kit? Give me an armorer's kit as well. That's 100 gold. Do I have anything I can sell you at all? I can sell you this recipe. Go for it. I don't mind. And then X.
Thanks, and have a nice day, friend.
Gen X made fun of him. Then he became the darling of millennials, yes. Then I think we went way too far. I need to go back to mocking him or being indifferent. I agree. I think that's a fair assessment. Because he was in stuff like, yeah, I think somebody said up there that he was in like a SpongeBob movie. And that's very much sort of millennial-coded bullshit. It's like how David Hasselhoff went through the same thing, and now blessedly David Hasselhoff has receded back into the shadows. Like the evil spider creature that he is, I'm sure. Millennials really adopted David Hasselhoff as a sort of post-ironic nonsense thing. It was like, let's put him in the SpongeBob movie. Let's put him in fucking Kung Fury or whatever the fuck that's called. As a sort of ironic joke. It's like, no, just leave David alone. We don't need David in more things. He's probably a better actor than Keanu Reeves. The Hoff spends a lot of time in Wales. Oh, you poor Welsh people. I imagine he'd spend a lot of time in Germany, considering he single-handedly brought down the Berlin Wall. It was him and Ronald Reagan. Yeah, there we go! Hasselhoff single-handedly brought down the Berlin Wall. Exact same phrase, I got everything. Where'd my dog just go? Did somebody eat my dog? Whatever. I remember that the 80s born millennials had a lot of nostalgia for the Hoff. I guess that's what it comes down to, is that when you were a kid, you see them at like maybe the peak of their powers, and then you bring them back for a late career sort of semi-ironic resurgence. You know, if you were a child when The Matrix came out and, oh god, Bram Stoker's Dracula or whatever, you're probably like, yippee, Keanu! Yay! There's a cart. Where the fuck am I meant to find these boys? So I guess we can ask around Sameen. Also, there's a tipster up there. I don't know what a tipster is, but we can ask them. There's probably just two either drunk or dead boys lying in a field. Either way, I'll report back. POI tipster? You around here by this tree? I'm going to refer to all NPCs as tipsters from now on. This must be you. Bringing the Hoff back and making them a judge on Britain's Got Talent doesn't make sense on any level. Herds by Nathan. Jesus Christ, my fucking accent. Oh. You got a glimpse of if I had really embraced the Cork accent there in my youth. Herds by Nathan. How's it going?
Wedding, laddie.
I'm just passing through.
I'm just passing through. Why?
If you're headed towards the Rock Tower Pond, make sure to avoid the abandoned barn.
What barn?
Where the goblin
There's
lives?
an old abandoned barn not far from here. Some vagabond has camped there. On the booze from morning till night.
On the
What
booze?
nuisance he is. I've tried to have a word, but the bastard came at me with an axe.
Did he look like a goblin?
That's why I warn passers-by, so they don't come to no harm. God only knows what that bloke might do.
I've come across
You're
them
like
already too.
heavy Bristol energy. I like you. Oh, well, that was nothing. That wasn't what I needed to know. I can't even talk to Herds by Nathan anymore. Little sheep. Alright, let's go to Sameen, I guess. See if anybody there has seen two fools. Ugh. Probably more qualified than the Z-list people they get on Australian shows. I mean, I can empathise with that. Although it's weird. You'd assume that Australian TV would be of a significantly higher calibre than Irish TV because we're so small by comparison. But I assume it probably has the same sort of like local nightmare vibe to it. Although, you know, there's proper Australian celebrities. More so than I think there is Irish celebrities. Right, I don't see a cart anywhere. So we're going to have to go into this fucking burg. Guard, have you seen a boy, like a drunk boy with a cart? I'm looking for a cart.
I'm looking for the Takeoff blacksmith's cart. Have you
Car.
Loads of carts come past here. There's going to be a wedding and they need supplies. Try asking Captain Gnarly. He keeps an eye on supplies.
His name is Captain
He'll probably be
Gnarly.
in the courtyard.
seen it? Thanks.
And watch yourself when you go into the courtyard.
Why?
Why?
We've got some wedding guests from Moravia. They're in pretty high spirits. It's still a while to the wedding, but them gents is already getting into the swing of things.
Alright, so some drunkos. That's fine. I can handle them. Courtyard. Oh, cutscene.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating.
Oh, Jesus, that's an accent.
I've just been loving my neighbour."
Was that meant to be Scottish?
You're right there, laddie.
Oh, they are. Is that Moravian?
you should have seen him
She
put
can't
his
take it
hands
anymore.
up.
Oh, God.
Hey, servant, bring some wine.
That's atrocious.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Samine is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Abuse
not
the.
from
Oh, my God.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you pray. You speak
Yes.
our language, do you not?
He's barely legible. Favorite character.
Well, Yarko, seems to me
Oh.
this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands.
I don't work here, you fucking idiots.
Manners.
A proper Scottish welcome. I'm in armour, you fucking idiot. Don't break my glasses. He does look like Christian Slater.
You're in
Oh,
for an ass
Christ.
kicking, you piece of shit.
Beat the shit out of him, please. I've got armoured mittens on. How do you think this is going to go? Stop fighting. I mean, I can. Can I chat to him? No. I mean, I can just beat the shit out of him with my metal mittens. Look at that. Ow, my knees.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
I mean, can you surrender at any point?
All yours!
Ow, my face. Okay, I am fucking it up now. Okay, there we go. Surrender. Now kiss.
Come on.
Okay, now leave him alone. Now it's fine.
Oh, you wee bastard!
The devil's name is fucking going on here.
Sorry.
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
Shoot him with a
True enough,
crossbow.
Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie.
This is so lads.
And a moment's
This
peace
is
from
a
his big sister.
certified lad moment. Don't know where to look.
Who in God's name are you?
I'm Henry. I've got glasses.
Henry. The Takeoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting
You know
married,
those
so
Moravians
he has to put
with
up
their haggis and their
his
black
kin
puddings.
Moravia.
It's a shame there are no people with Scottish accents to do voiceovers, not a one.
To get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes.
Peck of poppy seed.
And gingerbread spices.
Their potato
Oh, and
scones
wine,
and macaroni
too.
pies.
It's almost all gone. What we bought only last week.
Moravia, whatever.
Enter.
Don't forget Iron Brew. It was Scotland isn't real. It's just a set built for
This is Henry,
Braveheart and then
Blacksmith
abandoned.
Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now.
It's as
Just
much
make
a real
sure that
country
there's
as
plenty of
that.
everything, so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir,
Not another word. Leave us.
You need a haircut.
So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all?
There's
whole
been a huge
cartload.
misunderstanding here, and I don't want to fight
Yeah,
anymore.
Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
It's like a 2-minute walk.
I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
sir.
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly.
I like this guy.
Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
This guy feels like a real
I've got
actor.
Henry here, sir.
Just
about?
about.
We could use an
Feels
extra
like
pair
this
of
might be
hands.
somebody
Now,
who's
my
been in
shoulders
things.
Acting up. Yuriko is shit-faced, and your son.
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir.
Do I get to ride a horse? I can probably outrun a horse. I've got a lot of perks for that, for my stem. I won't get puffed, at least.
So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Is your voice changed as well? This is a real problem with this game, is that they seem to have just mixed up the voice actors. I'll be glad to join you. It'll be fine. I've got a mace. I've got some armor. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
He sounds as enthusiastic as I am. Yeah,
You reckon
sure.
we can't manage on our own?
No.
Oh, Christ,
That's
don't do...
not how I meant
Again, don't... So laddie! I can't deal with this shit.
Yanking your pizzle. By the way, the fellas at the gate say you came here on foot.
Yeah, I did.
Christ above. And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my
I
saddle?
hate this guy.
You're a bit big for that, ain't ya? And I'm a bit too old.
Who ate all the pies? And he just starts to, like, squishes my sides. He goes, fuck off. And then, like, pushes me away. You know, like men do. Could I borrow a horse? I can run if you want.
I figured I'd just run along behind you.
You could, but even with them young legs of yours, you'd hold us back. You're in need of a horse.
Those don't come cheap.
True. But your luck's in, lad. Our groom brought in a grey nag not long ago. Tell him you've got to ride out with us, and he'll give it to you for a decent price.
All right.
Yes?
Well, that should be
What?
that. Unless you've got any more
Emma's
questions.
calling me. 1 second. I will tab out and be back in just a second. I'm back. Emma's here.
I'm trying to get Taco to come in for the camera, but she's fucked off. Like she was when I was doing my Zoom meeting or Teams meeting, whatever you call it, with the teacher just there, my dissertation supervisor. She was jumping up on the laptop then, but now Taco, now she's like no. She's
Well, that was because you were paying attention to a laptop and not her.
I did notice that last night. I was reading some of this.
You're very far away from the microphone now.
I was reading some of this for my dissertation, and she was sitting on me, doing polite.
I was holding up a copy of the Canterbury Tales, because you can't see.
Come on, Taco. I don't think she's coming.
No.
Bye, bye.
I'll see you soon.
Love you.
Let's get going, shall we?
Love you.
I love you.
No, that's all. But we should get going.
That we should. But it's
Emma
getting
has a
pretty
cat
late.
now. Hang on.
I got
You
it.
need
I got it.
daylight for a search like that. Come back in the morning and we'll set out.
Where's the
If
camera?
you want,
Right there.
stay here. You'll get a bit of
You're
grub
the
in the kitchen
baby.
and you can sleep in the barn.
You're the baby.
Tiny cat.
Love
Goodbye. I love you. It cat. Alright, what are we doing then? We can go find a thing. Meet Gnarly and Lord Sameen in the courtyard. Oh, God, fine. Wait for me in the courtyard first thing in the morning, then we'll go and search for the hens together. I mean, it's basically the morning. It's the afternoon, whatever. Okay, well, we can eat some delicious foods. Do you have any delicious foods? A wedding I could steal the wedding contract. I don't know why I would do that, but it would be funny. Alright, let's... Oh, any delicious soups? No delicious soups. Okay, fine. Taco looks so content in Emma's arms and not content in Dreya's.
God be with you.
Oh, you like me, apparently. Guard Commander Tuma. Where are you, Bricks? You said I could sleep in the barn. I'll go see about a horse. Let's go see about a horse. I think that might be slang for pissing, and I don't know why. Is that slang for pissing? I've heard old men, exclusively old men, say, I've got to go see a man about a horse, and then they leave for 15 minutes. Is that about pissing? Or is it about, like, masturbating or shitting or something? I don't know. It's some sort of excretion, I'm sure. Alright, where the fuck is this horse boy? Horse boy? Is this where horse boy lives? Oh, I'm trespassing, apparently! No! Are you horse boy? Are you horse boy? Who's the horsest boy? Sameen Guard? Are you a horse boy? No, you're a Scottish man. Okay. You look like a horse boy. Look at your hat. No, you're a hired hand. Oh, is this my horse? Jarmilka? Your name is like a jar of chocolate. I heard man about a dog more. I assume to rhyme with bog. Oh, is it a Cockney thing? I've never used it in those terms. I assumed it was like, you know, befouling an area. Groom Balate, that's it. You're the horse boy. You're comically handsome. Look at the fucking state of you. Yeah, you better be sorry. I was expecting a little goblin in a straw hat, not this freak.
What would you like?
It's about going to the toilet or an undisclosed appointment. Oh, so drugs or befouling an area. Look at this fuckboy. I was told that you might have a cheap horse. I have no money.
Would you happen to have a cheap horse for sale?
Well, I sell quite a few horses here, but by the looks of you, you must be talking about that grey nag, eh? But all she's good for are sausages. That old bitch won't let anybody touch her. I was already suspicious when that
sounds
traveller
like my
sold her to me.
wife.
He said he found her running about near the Rock Tower Pond.
Grey, old, and someone found her by the Rock Tower Pond. That's where we were ambushed.
Oh yeah, that's my fucking horse! That's Pebbles! Do you have a response to that? Because I can't...
What do you mean?
There we go, that took a while.
It fair and square. I admit, it was only for a few groschen from some suspicious lad.
That's my horse, my shit horse from the last game. Pebbles.
That horse is not branded,
Pebbles is a wonder
so it
horse.
belongs to me now.
Okay, I rode in on her from Ratai. Take a good look at me or be reasonable. Is my... I mean, I'm wearing fairly expensive clothes and armour. This might work. Apparently, or supposedly, the saying comes from the 1866 Dion Bourquicot play Flying Scud, in which a character knowingly breezes past a difficult situation, saying, "Excuse me, I can't stop, I've got to see a man about a dog." Apparently that's the original then. I've never used this, because I'm not 100. Right. Take a good look at me.
Use your head. Do I look like someone who needs a free nag?
Well, no, I suppose you don't.
I'll give you like
Do you
100
think
gold.
It's a good idea to make someone like that angry for a few measly coins?
All right, fine.
Oh, reputation lost. I was going to give her like a 50.
Go and get her then. If she remembers you, she might even come when you whistle for her.
Okay, good stuff. I found Pebbles.
Don't forget to get some proper tack as well.
Is this you? Pebbles, yay! How do I whistle for a horse? Is it hold down this?
Mutt!
Nope, that's my dog. There we go. Look at that. Did you just yell, why are you whistling at me? Are you fucking soft in the brain? What's wrong with you? Okay, mount. I mean, I don't have a saddle. Am I barebacking this horse? Not in an E621 way. In a normal way. Mount. Oh, yeah, there we go. This is not comfortable for either of us, I'm sure. Hey, I've got a horse back! Yippee! My terrible, terrible horse. How do I get off a horse? X. Good stuff. Hello. Oh, what an ugly little dog. Ooh. Look at that horrible little freak. Okay, how would I buy stuff for my horse? It's probably horse boy again, right? Do you want some horse boy money for some horse boy things? Where'd he go? You better not be fucking the horses. There you are.
What are you here for, friend?
I would like to... I can wash my horse. And then my horse wash. Okay. What do you have for me? Armor. Horse armor. I'm not wearing spurs. I'm going to be nice to my horse at least. Caparison. Not Capri-Sun as I was really trying to say there. A bridle. We need a saddle at first. Like, we don't have that much money, but we want a saddle. Give me... leather harness with loose hanging straps decorated with rosettes. Helps with balance and improves carrying capacity. Oh. Get a saddle? Extends the horse carrying capacity only modestly, and the effect on speed is negligible. Prague saddle? A Prague saddle or a Norman saddle? A soldier's saddle? What's the nicest saddle? Soft leather bridle? Give me a Prague saddle. I mean, we'll make more money at some point, but let's say just a nice, decent Prague saddle. And I don't know. Bridle gives you better stamina and speed. Sure. Let's get a soft leather bridle. A simple bridle. A simple bridle. Sure. Like a nice dark leather one. A harness. Better carrying capacity. That's fine. And some horseshoes. I don't know if it needs shoes. It can be barefoot. I'm barefoot, basically. Okay, right now he's taking 305 gold from me. I don't know if I want... Oh, I've got my farmer's horseshoes and a damaged leather bridle. Take that. Take that. Do I have anything else you want from me? No. Fine, just take the money.
I hope you'll be satisfied.
Yeah, it's fine. You're too over-encumbered. Yep, cool. How do I put it on my horse? There's my fucking horse! Look at him! Okay, how do I put that on my horse? I don't know. Where's my horse things? Move to horse. X. Move to horse. Move to horse. Oh, I've got a mobile storage chest now. It's incredible. Alright, now put on some horseshoes, because I've got some. Put on a Prague saddle. There we go. And put on a soft leather bridle. Yay. What is happening? Does he always ignore you? What are you doing? Oh my god. What is it? Dreya cringed too. What the fuck was... What, the vampire family name in The Little Vampire? I think I've already forgotten. What was... Oh, it was some fucking stupid shit. Hang on. Let me see if I can remember it. I don't know if I remember it. It was Von something. We just watched it. Yeah, it was shit. Like, I don't think people are grasping how shit and forgettable this movie is. The Little Vampire. Von Burgau? No, it's not Von... Oh, that was it! I was like, this doesn't even make sense. Why is it this fun? It's the Von Sackville Bags. As in, like, Sackville Bagginses from Tolkien. And I was like, what the fuck are they... Why? This has nothing to do with vampires or anything? What the why the fuck is this a thing? Suam Tolkien Estate. And it was absolute nonsense. There's my horse. Lovely. Okay, I've got a horse. I can sleep. I would also like some delicious soups if they got them. That is terrible. I was like, wait, I've only just understood what they're saying when they're saying their last names. Why the fuck are they called the Sackville Bags? Why did they do that? Okay, any delicious soups? There are some delicious soups. Okay. So I can get my nourishment back up. Delicious mystery soup. Amazing. It's probably just full of fucking melon and squash and shit. So, I mean, guard, where can I sleep? Somewhere in the barn was where I was told to sleep, right? Because we're just going to do this straight away. If you ever come visit in Cork, we'll have to watch The Little Vampire together. We're never watching The Little Vampire movie again. The Little Vampire movie was really bad. I don't know why you can stomach it. Yes, we are. It's so terrible. Yeah, the French one, the French animated version has like a 4% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's apparently even worse. Where's this bed in the barn? We were told to sleep in the barn. There we go. Dreya Khan, Little Vampire Watch Party. We'll watch the guy in the cupboard afterwards. I read that as gay in the cupboard. I mean, that's where some of them live, I'm sure. I've never read the books. I did see English translation.
You won't come here making trouble.
I was told it was fine. Committing a crime. I was told to sleep in the barn. If an ordinary person catches you committing a crime, they might try and deal with you on their own without calling the guards. You have several options of what to do. Oh, not in that part of the barn. Okay. Pay compensation. I'll let the bailiff punish me in a kinky way. You'd better forget about it. I can intimidate them. I am in a lot of armor. Can't you forgive me? Or let's talk about this. I'm fancy enough that he might... Because again, these are peasants. They barely see armor. They're like, oh, armor, that's half my wages for the year, sir. Oh, you must be a fine lord, because I'm wearing a hat. So maybe he'll be intimidated by that.
I admit I was not on my best behaviour. I swear on my honour that it won't happen again.
All right. No doubt.
Okay, see, he's like, oh, I'm a simple mud farmer, me lord.
Don't try anything like that again.
I only exist to till the mud. So I'm very impressed by your armor, sir. Yes, this is another thing. Emma, what? Oh my, what's about to happen? Okay, you're just sleeping. Never mind. I didn't think I was that fancy. Okay, we'll go sleep. I assume this is where we're sleeping then? Is this our bed? Or is this... Sleep and save! That means it's mine. Okay, good stuff. The bed next to the lamp that says sleep and save. That's yours. Henry, oh my, oh. That was another thing. Emma, about... I'm going to say 8 times during the movie, turned to me and went, my God, Richard E. Grant is so hot in this. Basically, every time he appeared on screen, as in like a ridiculous vampire outfit, she was like, oh my God. He looks a little bit like a sickly skeleton man. He's quite alluring, Richard E. Grant. Right, sleep until 5 in the morning. Oh, my tummy's going to be empty after this. Okay, it's dawn. Let's go. Down into the courtyard. We'll call my horse. We should be ready to go. I'm actually going to take a potion to increase my stamina as well. That should be fine, right? Go into food. Buck's blood. That's the potion. Are we ready to go? We all cool? You ready? Where are they? Instead of being set in Germany, the movie is set in Scotland, and the human boy Tony is an American who's just moved there with his friends so his dad can build a golf course for a lord. Every part of the movie is baffling. If you don't know this movie, it's about a little very irritating, stupid little boy who gets groomed by a vampire who's like 300 or something. Like an 8-year-old goes like, oh, I like vampires. I wish I was a vampire. And then, but in American. And then this really nefarious, kind of fucked up 300-year-old vampire boy comes and is like, I'll be your best friend. Oh, let me stay in your room. I've been watching you, I have. And then it's very unpleasant all the way through. There is no child called Tony. There hasn't been a child Tony since the 50s. That's Rudiger. He just comes in and is like, oh, I've been watching you, I have. Oh, I like seeing you play. Can I stay in your room? Or I'll sleep under your bed or whatever. Just want to be close to you. And it's all really genuinely off-putting when you think about it for too long. It's one of the least annoying parts of the movie. I would say if both the leads were about 15 years older in that movie, it would actually turn into a passable gay romance. Because they had some chemistry. The vampires have English accents but live in Scotland. I'm assuming they're like aristocracy. So they're all like English lords who fucking took land in Scotland and don't actually live there very often, right? I assume that was the backstory, because at one point they claimed to be aristocrats. It's cold and dark and English vampires don't like to emigrate. 7? Is this enough time? Are we leaving now? There we go. Meet Gnarly and Lord Sameen in the courtyard. Where are they? Where's Gnarly? Are you Gnarly? Yay, hello. We're ready to go. Let's go.
Ready to set out, sir.
All right. Stay close to us and don't go wandering off.
We can go. I think I'm all ready to go. Right, I'll get on my little horse.
Let's get the corner over here.
Hello, Pebbles. Squish, squish, squish.
They had to pass through Troskovitz.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. Troskovitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not
There's
to...
a very fun scene in the books where Rudiger and Lumpy... Oof, my name is Lumpy. I imagine he eats nothing but potatoes. Are supposed to decorate for Anna's birthday. Anna comes in and nothing is done, and Lumpy is asleep. She asks, what the fuck are you two doing? Rudiger says, well, we did start. And then Lumpy got dizzy and he had to go lie down. Good old Lumpy.
Any conclusions, sir? But I can't help myself. Someone's
Does tuba music accompany every emotion of Lumpy?
Running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig.
That's what happens with weddings, especially if you're like a minor noble.
You'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him, and then he behaves like...
Oh, he was the punk in that one?
I'm a noble.
Oh, he looked ridiculous. Hang on, I'm going to show this because it's actually... He looked the stupidest anyone's ever looked. He did look like Sid Vicious. The little vampire Gregory? Why not call him Lumpy? Go. This is what they made him look like. This. What a fucking idiot. I assume they've ruined him. Genuinely ask any German goth. They were all in love with Lumpy as children. Book Lumpy, at least. I don't know about movie Lumpy. They did ruin him. He looks like a Dennis the Menace character. He looks so fucking stupid. Apparently, this is what he looks like in the French 3D remake. I can see it more there. Show him Tony. I mean, they all look so bad. Little Vampire 2000. This is Richard E. Grant. Again, I will stress, every time Richard E. Grant arrived on camera, Emma would turn to me and go, oh, he's so hot. Oh my God, he's so hot. Happened like 8 or 9 times. Emma's right. I can't type, he's so hot. This is what the main little vampire boy looks like. That seems alright. Looks like a vampy boy. That's fine. I wish vampires were real. They cast Jonathan Lipnicki as the main character, and I have always found him really off-puttingly ugly to look at. I'm sorry, Jonathan. I'm sure you aged fine, but every time I see this little kid's face, I go, ugh. Really unpleasant. But yeah, anytime Richard E. Grant was there, Emma was glued to the screen. Drive a stake through the little concert. Richard E. Grant has a vicious widow's peak. I think he suits it. I think it looks good on him. Look up Der kleine Vampire Buch. Hang on. Der kleine Vampire Buch. That's there. There we go. So he's a lot more scrappy and sort of ginger. I don't know why they de-gingered him. That little fucker. Is that's the little vampire then? And this is, I'm assuming his name isn't Tony. Right, cool. What was that? Back over to the game. Yes, they have to look scrappy. He looks like the Milky Bar kids. The movies don't get it right.
He's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
They wanted him to be likable, so the ginger had to go.
Too much to handle.
I don't know why people make fun of gingers so much.
On young Henry, soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true,
Who?
Henry?
Oh, the Scottish people. Yes, they beat me up. No, I beat him up. Hugh? Hang on, I've forgotten. Make light of it.
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl.
Who could love a ginger? Sobs quietly to self.
I can understand it.
Well, I'm sure
The ginger was more upsetting to British and Americans than the German nationality.
Young Henry here gave Yurko a
I did read, actually, that one of the reasons is that British people, despite having a big range of redheads in Britain, like it's like top of the list. It's like us and Britain, I think, are the most redheads. A lot of British people, for a period of history, associated red hair with Scandinavians and hated Scandinavians because of the whole Viking rape, pillage and murder thing. And so they would be called Danes bastards if you had red hair. And so it added a whole other layer of annoyance to it.
Oh, that's no surprise.
Gingers would get shit on up to about 16 years old, and then suddenly no one seemed to care anymore. Now I'm all into it, wear it proudly. On account of my chiseled Viking physique.
If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old.
What, you want me to fight you?
Myself.
Yeah, alright. Accept.
It would be an honour, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid.
What, am I going to fight you? I've got a mace. Are we just doing mittens?
There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
Is he Australian? I think he was English before, but I think he's gone Australian.
If you'll excuse me.
Not this guy, the other guy.
To the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
Oh, crikey, there's an abandoned pen up here. Oh god, I've drawn my weapon. I was very eager. Jesus. It's more fun talking about the movie than it was watching it. I loved it as a kid, but it didn't hold up well. I hate it when that happens. I'm sure that's on most movies I watched as a child too. Maybe I'm a dumb American. I assumed that all gingers came from Ireland. I think we have one of the highest rates of redheads. I think it's Scandinavia, Britain, and Ireland have the highest. How can he be Australian? How can Americans be in this? The accents, at least. It's like freckles. I think we have the highest rates of freckles, but I think Scandinavia is up there as well. There was a lot of mixing.
Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Jesus. Okay, I'm getting off. Am I about to be molested? This has a very unpleasant vibe to it. Talk to Gnarly. Is your actual name Gnarly? It can't be, right?
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Sameen. It'll be an honourable fight, so you better act.
Oh, I'm not the best at this, but I do have a big mace.
I'll give you some gear for it.
Can't I just... I'm armed, no need?
That won't be necessary. I've got all I need.
Well, all right. But it never hurts to have something in reserve. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks.
I do
and get
appreciate
your
that this
arse into
game
the
has, I don't know, the facial modelings are quite good. There's a lot of interesting looking people in it. Like, this guy's got a very distinctive face. I like how for once, they've actually managed to model, like, wrinkles and jowls quite well in a game. And it's kind of got a lopsided eye and stuff like that. He looks interesting. I like it. Like, he has a memorable face. Normally, everybody in games looks quite young because they can never really quite get the wrinkles right. Okay, I've got my mace on, surely. Yeah, that seems... No, it's equipped to the cudgel. I'm not using his fucking club. I want to use my special heavy mace. In one... There we go. Red hair is also found amongst the Ashkenazi Jewish population. Really? I do not associate it with them, but that's cool. In 1903, 5 points... Oh, God! He's just going for me! Ah! I'm gonna give the Lord brain damage. This is bad. You fucking idiot. You shouldn't have fought me. You're old and shit. I'm gonna concuss you.
My head!
Was I supposed to lose? I'm not losing. Jesus Christ. Okay, I mean, I think that went well.
Henry, come here. I want to tell you something.
What? You're not talking to me. What do you want?
Son. What do you say, son?
Didn't even work up as it. I'll be polite and say that was tough.
You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself, but I can see the young un has spirit. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry.
But it's your stick.
Even my cudgel. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood.
Your special
but he saved
stick.
my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else.
Holy shit, to just give it. I should have done this so much earlier. I had to find a shield in the woods on a man.
Sir,
oh,
my left
Jesus.
shoulder's fucked anyway. I can't carry no shield.
True enough.
Thank you.
Your shoulder is fucked. You're useless. Alright, cool. I got an early shield. I had to scrounge around in the mud and corpses to find a shield for like 3 episodes. My surname is associated with Ashkenazi Jewish heritage, apparently, so that tracks. Ireland has the highest number of red-haired people per capita in the world. It's about 10%. That high! My God. Great Britain has a high percentage. About 6% of Scotland has red hair. The highest concentration of redhead carriers in the world is in Edinburgh, making it the redhead capital in the world. It's kind of funny. 3.69% of Jewish women overall were found to have red hair. About 10% of all Jewish men have red beards. The stereotype that red hair is Jewish remains in part of Eastern Europe and Russia. I've never heard of this stereotype. I am not from those areas. How good is this shield? Is this better than my shield? I genuinely don't know. I may as well put it on. There you go. Might up my charisma or something to have an actual crest instead of just one I found on a man again. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice looking shield. Alright, cool. Let's go. Back up on my horrible horse. You'll have to move. You're in the way. You'll all have to move. Or I can whistle, I guess. Oh, Christ, hang on. There we go. Yippee. You can't mount up while overloaded. Oh, for fuck's sake. That shield. Okay. Put this shield on the horse. Now I can get on. Don't miss him. That handsome lad will come coming. Oh, Jesus.
It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. And you're pretty handy, youngster. You should
Run a
come
bit.
to the
There we go.
courtyard and Gnarly here will give you an education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena.
I didn't say anything about coming, presumptuous
pig
much.
den.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly.
He's
Whether it's
definitely
a
Australian,
big
isn't
den
he?
or an arena in Karlstein. It's the performance that counts.
Like
And
a
while
posh
we're on the
Australian.
subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trotsky.
I'm from Skalitz. Tell the truth.
I'm from Silver Scallops, sir.
Aha! Ah, now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the
You know what? Follow the
I don't
path.
flee
There we
from
go.
a fight, sir.
Ah! That's way too
I
quick.
have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home?
God, the horse riding is a little bit
Doesn't
fucky.
end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl,
Mhm.
build a cottage,
Or boy.
visit the church and the tavern in
Or
turn.
them. He
There's no
wouldn't have
helping
that
you do it
notion.
anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad.
Better get a bloke instead.
Go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing.
Are we... I am really cramming up these horses. There's a barn, we know we can find some. Out of the way! Can I honk my horse? Oh, I can just press left alt to follow him. Hang on. There we go. That's so much easier. I can take my hands off. Oh. Are we angling for romancing noble twink Hans in this playthrough? I mean, we haven't seen Hans in a while, and the last time we said that his parents could never fully love him, and he went off in a sulk. We got quite angry at Hans, and upset him quite a bit. There we go. Oh, can I praise my horse?
Good.
Oh, lovely. Going the negging strat. Oh, that's horrible. Alright, let's go. Hello, friends. Pebbles, do you wanna... You can drink as well if you like. Alright, what are we doing here?
So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it. If the bailiff
Strafe.
sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
I wish I lived
And
in a
Henry,
rat house.
Not a word about me. Are we clear?
I'm not here to fuck spiders. As if we've never met.
About who?
Oh, don't be
here.
fucking... Oh,
How
this
could I
is
speak
so
of you?
shit.
That's what I like.
It's such a shit joke.
run
I
along.
hate it when people say that. I can't stop whistling the blacksmithing music. Make it stop. I also don't know any redheads in my family. I can't think of many redheads I know. Considering it's 10% of the population, apparently. Maybe they've been beaten back into some sort of commune. Again, I don't know why that's a thing here. Is he downstairs? I've just, like, let myself into his bedroom. Is this... the beds are normal sized here. I was expecting the tiny, tiny medieval beds where they kind of sit up. I can't think of a single Welsh redhead. Is that you? Sir, are you the bailiff? I could steal their soup. Is he in here? Are you the bailiff? You're wearing a special hat. There you are. Oh yes, your name was Thrush and we made fun of you. Has anyone seen a cart?
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah.
Like a
that's
day
me.
ago,
I
yeah.
heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did, a few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Is there a trail of
Where were they
charcoal
headed?
to
Towards
follow?
the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin. And you're looking
Yichin.
for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad
Must
to
be
hear
in
it.
the Yeasty
I heard
Boys.
there were goods for Semine on that cart, and I can do without that kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
You know. Okay, sure.
Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never turned up again.
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but I know people. That pair have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
What is chief? If mischief is bad, is that one of the words we've lost? Like, what is chief? in this context. Alright, that's all.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Alright, good stuff. Let's go back outside. Keep following the trail, I guess. Now that I remembered my horse can just do what it likes and walk, it should be a lot less awkward. Oh, she's drinking! Time to make some chief. And it's just like, I don't know, giving somebody a hug or like helping them with their laundry or something. You know, something nice.
Well then, young man, how did it go?
They drove towards Apollonia. I didn't betray you! We didn't burn him!
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So the Yitchin? The bastards. And what about my goods?
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum. Let's hurry. To Yitchin.
Yeah, okay.
I can send a message to the Yitchin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
You're gonna die, man. I get that you're having some sort of crisis.
I will. Praise Lord Jesus Christ.
Sorry, Pebbles.
If I have to choose between riding to Yitchin and listening
Follow.
to
Left alt. There we go.
I'll take Yitchin any time. Besides,
I can't find my little vampire book. I've checked every shelf twice. I bet it'll be right there within the next few weeks. It's very sweet that you still have them. I have kept very few books after I moved, because I don't like having things. I will just leave stuff.
God knows if the place is even still standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not.
Only the one.
They could have turned off.
Do I have any books from like my childhood here?
They might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that?
Not really.
My braves, they weren't ambushed.
Oh no, I do. I took one book. Literally, it was pragmatic because I was like, oh, I should reread this soon. There was a book that I saw. They were like turning it into a TV show soon, and I went back and went, oh, I should probably read this because I have it. Hang on. I read this, you can tell by the condition, probably like 5 times when I was a child, this book here. It's a dense shit fantasy novel called The Magician. It's only about 700 pages, but I read this a lot as a child. When was this published? It is kind of falling apart. What TV show? I think it's just going to be called Magician. Although, I think it's been optioned for movies and TV shows like 20 times over the years and has not come to fruition. So maybe it's fine. This paperback edition is from 1997, so I was 1. Oh, and I brought my copy of The Hobbit, which was bought for me when I was born. So I have that upstairs. It's like, you know, there's a little message from my godfather in it going like, here, have a book, basically. You can't read yet. That's about it. I think that's all I really... The rest of these books are all newer that I bought while I was living here. I still haven't reread this. I got it like 2 months ago. It's beautiful. Oh. Right, back to game. I almost tried to pick up my controller, not remembering that I'm using a keyboard and mouse here. I'm an avid collector of books I'll never read. I have started to be that, because I read less than I ever have. But I'm still buying books occasionally. So I have 3 or 4 that I can see within eyeline that I haven't read that I still need to. I have basically decided I am no longer going to buy any more books before I've read like 2 or 3 of them, just so that the pile can go down. I'm slowly getting through books. The thing is that I read way more in summer than I do at any other time, because I like reading in the garden with a cat and a guinea pig around me, just kind of running around eating grass and stepping on the pages and stuff. I find that fun. I lie on my tummy in the grass and I kick my legs in the air and I read books. That's a really nice way to spend time. It is freezing and damp outside right now, so that's not happening. And I don't really read when there's other stuff to do, because my attention span is fucked.
So, St. Anthony, which way now?
I don't know.
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things...
Okay, thanks for the exposition awkwardly there.
And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight...
We get it, you're fucking old. Jesus. Just go and lie in a hole and die then. Investigate the area. Okay, cool. I'll get off my horse. I'll do it on foot. A serial tummy layer. In many ways. I have Animorphs, Harry Potter, Animals of Farthingwood, a few Jekyll and Wilson books, and all of the A Series of Unfortunate Events books still. See, I never... This is another thing, is that I don't really have kids' books. I never read them. I never read children's books as a kid. So I don't have any nostalgia for them. Like, this is something I read as a young kid. That, you know, is not a kid's book. And... I have this. Ugh. I have the Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 edition Player's Handbook, and my dad's ancient crumbling copy, it's missing the front cover, of the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition Monstrous Compendium, which is like a big fucking folder with like gallop doors in it. Hang on. Gallop door. It's Dungeons and Dragons shit. So I would read this as a kid. That's the closest I come to a kid's book, I think. It explains so much. I just never like kids' books, really. The Hobbit is a kid's book I like, and Alice in Wonderland is a kid's book I like. Beyond that, I was never bought any kids' book or enjoyed any kids' books. I just found them trivial. I didn't really enjoy them. Canarius, we have so much in common. I got almost all books I read as a kid and teen from the library, so I have very few from that time. Emma says the same thing. Now I have money and I like to own things. Oh, again, very like Emma. I really don't like owning things. There are several books on my shelf right now that I'm like, I should like get rid of this shit. Because I don't even like them. But I think as a kid I used to be worse at it, like... Or better at it, depending on your perspective, where I would kind of collect things, and I had, you know, a few hundred books on my shelves around my room. My childhood room was mainly books and a computer. That was kind of everything that was in there, and a bed, I guess. Now, nah, whatever. I'll toss away anything. Where the fuck am I searching? I hoard. I think I used to. I think I've gone completely the opposite way that I used to be as a child. Because I've said this before. When I was a child, I used to feel inexplicably guilty about throwing things away. Like, I would, you know, a pair of shoes would fall apart and I'd have to throw away some shoes. And I'd feel guilty, like, oh, what if the shoes are sad? Which I recognise is deranged as fuck. But I was like, I never threw anything away. And so now I throw everything away. I'm like, I temp that shit down hard and go, throw it away. God, yes, that's a curse. Hello, Gravedigger.
Christ, can't you wash up before going out in public?
I'm not that bad, am I? Did a cart drive through here?
Did you see a cart drive through here by any chance?
All the time, friend, from Troskovich to Yitchin and back. Sometimes even a slow cart with a dead body.
I'm looking for a cart loaded with goods from the blacksmith.
A healthy balance might be ideal. I've got too much stuff.
I do recall something of the like.
Oh, there we go.
They even dropped a sack of charcoal. When
That's
you
the
go out
second
of the
time
cemetery
that's been
onto
mentioned.
The road, you should see it right there on the right-hand side.
On a sunny day, go and meet me by the cemetery gates. Keats and Yates are on your side.
Right, charcoal. Where's the charcoal? Hang on. Cemetery gates. Over here? Oh, we just need to tell them about it. Fine. The guy just didn't take the sack and use it. Oh, God, wait! My horse! Also have some picture books, 3 or 4. I have to show them on stream. They're lovely. I wish I get more. I've never had a picture book. Or like a proper kids book, you know, like old, like for young children. Like, I still don't really know what the Very Hungry Caterpillar is, for instance. Or Emma will sometimes mention classic, like, young children's books, and I'll just be blank-faced. Like, I don't know what the Tiger Who Came to Tea is and stuff. I just know these names.
Might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs.
Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg while we live in squalor.
Yeah,
Why do
you're
you
definitely
reckon
living
that
in
is,
squalor. Oh, I don't know. Economically, we're not really into
Change
church
in the
stuff.
economical situation, sir. The burghers have more rights, and they make smart use of them. They put their coin to work for them. They've got shops, baths, inns, mills, while the nobles sit waiting until Jack from Backwater Hamlet brings them 3 groschen in taxes on St. Gallus's Day.
They're pulling themselves up by
You're
their
right
bootstraps.
there. Only Jack hasn't even got 3 groschen these days. None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one. Not Wenceslas or Sigismund. No, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go
He's
wrong.
like a small C
Especially
conservative.
when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
Eating you out, you say? That might have happened in the barn earlier. My very first favourite book when I was a year or so old was called I Have a Teddy Bear. I'm assuming in German.
Hold up. This is strange.
Ich habe
I
eine
don't see any
Teddenbär.
cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir.
Oh,
But it's all
moles.
peculiar,
Sorry.
right enough. Where the hell
It's
did
reflexive.
that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it.
Ich habe einen Teddy. Good job,
I
actually.
looked up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back
I'm
along
rubbing
the
off
road.
on you.
Maybe it fell in a ditch somewhere.
I was about to make vile jokes,
Very
but
well,
I
sir.
shouldn't. Right, dismount. Investigate the area of the crossroads. Easy stuff. We're looking for charcoal. A big charcoal bag spilling out. I'm looking at my shelf right now. I have no need to rub off on each other there. I have 2 or 3 worst witch books. I have a lot of books. Most of them are adult books. Yes, I would say Emma's library, her stacks and stacks of books in the bedroom and other places in the house, kind of feel like a if you were set dressing for a boring college professor. They're all like history textbooks, like biographies of historical figures, very dry tomes about historical periods, and then classics novels. I'm not generally into them. Whereas mine are meaningless trash fantasy shit. Like the most brain-numbing slop for like teens and adults with the brains of children. So worse, basically. Where am I looking exactly? I don't want to go into a big pit. Just look around. Do we see anything on the floor? Dog, can you help here? Can you help here? I can chat to dog. No. I don't see anything on the road. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Those books are history, nature, true crime, memoir, and since UCC, classics, although I did have some before. I ran out of shelf space, so I started stacking books on the floor decoratively. A step closer to achieving my lifelong dream of becoming a wizard. Emma kind of does that. You have shelves that are stacked like 3 or 4 deep. I have books in boxes. There we go. Where the fuck am I? Is it up here, maybe? Maybe look up here? No. On this hill? Do I see any boys hiding? Any mysterious boys? Like, what exactly am I looking for here? Investigate the area. Gnarly has a hunch and wants us to search. Anything? Maybe we'll find some blood or charcoal or something. I don't read a lot of fiction and even fewer contemporary fiction. Yeah, I never read non-fiction. We're like the inverse. Like, the stereotype is meant to be that boys never read fiction and that girls read exclusively fiction. We're very much the inverse there.
Someone covered it up with branches to hide it from the road.
You found that? Where the fuck was that?
What about the goods?
Not as much as a rusty nail. They must have hauled it into the rocks.
The bastards. And watch your backs. Something's rotten here.
Okay. Where the fuck did you find a cart? How did I miss an entire cart? Where were you looking? Oh, it was all the way back here. I didn't realize we were meant to go back that far. Ah, I didn't see this path. And there's some charcoal. Oh. I'm going to take out my mace just in case we get ambushed here.
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road. Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks.
Is this like a shit bucket?
Well, we can't let them get away with it. They'll carry on, but on foot. My old Yarmilka would only break a leg there.
Yarmilka, that's such a sweet name.
Something stinks.
It just reminds me of the chocolate. I also have the Wolf Hall books by Hilary Mantel. They're good but dry. I watched one episode of the TV adaptation of Wolf Hall by Hilary Mantel, and I am willing to say that with no hyperbole or exaggeration, it is the most boring hour of television I have ever seen. I have never seen anything that made me feel less. Wrong. I've read the Wolf Hall books. They're great. I'm sure the books are fine. The Wolf Hall TV episode that I watched, it was the first episode, was... I actually would have... I was... Another hour, and I would have started, like, scratching gouges into my skin just so I could feel something. It was that bad. I mentioned Milkman by Anna Burns, Dreya. Ask me about that. I don't know what that is.
Some rocks, ain't it? You'd sing a different tune. Now, she had some tales about this place. Headless horsemen, goblins, and white ladies. Every night.
Goblins again? Could you please have Dreya watch all of Wolf Hall after this revelation? I think even Emma admitted it was dry. Especially the first episode. Like, have you watched the second series that came out recently, Emma?
With the fire crackling and the wind whistling outside the windows and the whirring of the...
This guy's just going on. Draw attention? Do I need to draw attention?
They say.
I don't need to.
Way to hell under Trotsky. And they come... Wait a moment. Do you hear that?
I can't really hear much over the clanking.
Somebody there, sure enough. Let's get closer.
I've told you before. I've read all 3 books. I watched series 1, but not the last one yet. It does look really good, but I'm a bit bored of the time period at the moment. But you love Tudor shit.
As a young lad, the girls from Slatigo used to come make a fire here and jump over it, and so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire. Sometimes they'd take it off.
I really can't handle the lads.
But I don't think it's scantily clad maidens we'll be running into here. So what's that got to do with anything?
I just had an erection, sorry,
There's a
sir.
nice view into the gorge from up there. We only have to go
We
back
used to
a bit
spy
and
on their
we get
vaginas, sir. I think it might be a tactical
Henry,
advantage.
What are you waiting for? This is just the kind of thing we took you along for.
All right, I'm the muscle, sure. I'm afraid of heights. I'll get on it. Go.
Sure, sir. With a bit of luck, there might be some...
Stop
girls
trying
there
to fit
too.
in with the lads,
I can
Henry.
do
We
without
know you're not
girls
actually
with
like
voices
this.
Like that. Now get going.
When I were a lad, I used to come spy on vaginas. It's really served me well as a military man. Investigate.
Those definitely aren't the blacksmith's hands.
Okay, well, we didn't even bother climbing or anything. We just walked up. It seemed fine. Was fine.
So how's it look, Sonny? How many?
I saw 3.
It's only 3 of them. There's 3 of us. And I can take out at least 2.
And what about my goods?
I didn't see them. It looked more like a patrol. I reckon there might be more.
Possibly not the best time to mention Roberta
Seems we
Flack.
can't
as
avoid
best.
a fight. I hope you're ready, Henry.
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Sure am, sir.
I wouldn't worry about Henry, sir. He showed us mettle and training. So, how are we going to do it? Do you just want to charge them, sir?
What else do you suggest?
Oh, Christ. Up top would be a good place to
Someone
shoot
could go
from.
back up top and try to take one of them down with an arrow before we charge them. There's a good view of the camp from up there.
Good idea, Henry. And I see you're equipped for it too. Climb
Oh
up,
Christ, I can't
and
fucking
as soon
shoot
as you
him!
shoot the first
No,
one,
I regret
we'll
saying
charge
this!
them. And make sure you don't hit one of us.
Right you are, Captain.
Ah, shit! I think I'm really bad at that. I'm just gonna run in with you, I think. I'm just gonna ignore I said that. Just take out your mace and stuff. I don't want to climb. Hang on. Where even was the climbing spot? I just ignored them. Oh, it's up here. I mean, I can take out the crossbow. I've never used it. Oh, I do remember this book you're describing. What, did they already charge? Oh, for fuck's sake! Okay, I can hear fighting. I'm just gonna drop in then. Let's go. Go, 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 go. Smack him. Mace to the face. There we go. That's what happens when you don't wear proper armor, you fucker.
You want me to get your ma?
Good stuff. That worked okay. You didn't even wait.
Oh, this day took it out
Oh.
of me. No mistake.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here. And none of them bastards look like the blacksmith's hands. Am I right, Henry?
I don't fucking know them. Yeah, exactly. I never met them.
Hard to say. I've never actually seen them. But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think this was a patrol?
He just
It
said
makes
that.
sense. But I don't want to go.
If you like
assuming
dairy
the worst.
girls, you might like
We
milkmen.
might
I
have
will
just
never
run
read
into
the
them
milkman
bandits
now.
by chance.
Yeah, well, you were right, as always. Let's go, then. Are you ready, Henry?
Yeah, let's go.
I am. Let's go.
I don't think I need to loot these fuckers.
Thought we had everything clear, then, sir. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit.
Where are you from?
You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
You sound really close up in the
No
mic as
difference
well.
to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have Goat Ear skin you alive.
Oh, I'm Goat.
Go.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly.
You're gonna die, man. You're going to parlay?
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves.
You're like 65.
I'll take young Henry with me.
I'm wearing nerd glasses.
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours.
Do you have a gun? Hang on. This game is set in like the 1400s, and I saw a recipe available for
I'm obliged
gunpowder
to
at some
for looking
point.
after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over.
You're gonna die, you fucking idiot.
You must be from Samin, sir. Well, of course you can have everything back. As long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
Oh, it's just a crossbow. That's fine.
What are you gaping at? At them!
Lovely. Not Goat. She was my favorite. Right, mace out, please. Please have my mace out. Don't let me. Hey, my mace is out. Smack him. Ooh! Oh! Ow! 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 Ow!
Know what you're made of.
Fuck you. I've got my dog as well. Hang on. Dog, help! Dog, I need your help, please. Please, I'm getting beaten up a bit. There we go. Smack him in the head.
You're no match for us, fucker.
Ow! You do seem a bit rough, actually. Dog, why are you just standing there? I give you meat sometimes. Please help.
You should have fucking stayed out of it. Do it.
There we go. Fuck you. There we go. That's what we want. Now, I'm still not puffed.
Wanker.
Wanker. Now I'm behind him. Lovely.
They deserve, the fuckers.
Are you surrendering?
Henry. Hey, Henry.
What?
You listening?
What?
Come here.
What now?
One of them bastards fled into the rocks. Chase him down and bring him back.
Okay, which way did he go?
Did you see which way he went?
No, I had other things on my hands. Besides,
I was busy braining a man. Okay, I'll go and find him.
I'll go and track him then.
Great, hurry.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Up this way somewhere. Are you alright?
Rich or poor, you can't just lynch me.
Well, who's going to stop me?
Alright, that seems to be going well. Hello, friend. Dog, come along. Up here? Oh, Jesus Christ. He fled up into the hill somewhere. I don't know if this is the right way to go. I got really, really into Northern Irish history over the summer. That's why I went to Belfast in August. We did. It sounds like Dreya just knows where I want to... It sounds like Dreya just goes where I want, but I do ask him and he goes, oh, let's go wherever. Yes, I will just go wherever. I never basically question it. I just do whatever Emma wants. Because I will do whatever and have no real opinions on holidays or anything. It really, without Emma existing, I would never go anywhere. Where the fuck is this prick? Is he up in the fucking rocks or something? Hang on. I have no idea where he went. He's hiding out here somewhere. Over here? No. Where is he? Is that him? That's him! You fucker!
I've got you now, Venser.
You just were wandering around lost. Did you get brained?
Yield.
Well, why the fuck would I? It's just you against me. Besides, if I do yield, it's the rope for me anyway.
I'm not gonna kill you. You never know what might happen.
Who knows what they'll do to you? You might just get a whipping.
For robbing Semmy, that old miser.
That's fine then.
He'll have me strung up from the nearest tree. I'd be better off jumping off the cliff.
Hey, I saw you cozying up with Gules. Seems to me he trusts you pretty much.
What? He wanted to skin me alive.
But he didn't.
What's that got to do with anything, anyway?
Well, I'd say you have a way with the nobles. People trust you. You just say it was the rashness of youth. Pour ashes on your head, and they'll be lenient. You'll tell Lord Semine it was a youthful folly, eat crow, and that'll be that.
Convince his lordship.
Are you Irish?
Well, either you give it a try, or we fight it out.
Mother cares not for us. I'm listening to the game!
Ma always said I could talk my way out of anything. For sure. I'm better at it than fighting with strangers or diving headfirst off a cliff.
You are Irish.
All right. But only if you'll put in a good word for me. You'll tell them that I gave him up right away. And I don't know. Well, the face of the Virgin Mary appeared in the clouds?
You got it. But I'll try and think up something better than the Virgin Mary.
All right.
Okay, it worked. Good. I assumed, because that was quite a long conversation.
Excellent. It all worked out quite well in the end.
I thought I'd like camping, then I did it with my mum and brother, and I hated it. I think I'd probably like
Caught a
camping.
few good hits, but he's alive. We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong
What?
word with him. You did a good job, youngster. You've got heart.
Okay!
And so you don't
Emma's
say
yelling
I
at me.
Clambering over these rocks for nothing. Here's something for you.
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me. You deserved it. And now,
Camping is so fun.
let's
I've never
get that
been. I've never
accursed
been
cart
even
back to
approaching
Semir.
camping.
Want to ride? We'll go
Emma's
via
here.
Troskovitz. We can drop you off there, and you won't have
I
far to
said that
travel.
all I want to do
You
when
ought
we
to
go on
report back to
holiday is
Radovan
go
as
to
soon as
museums,
possible
walking
about
tours,
what
and
happened with
eating.
these
And
hands.
you just say let's do whatever.
Yeah.
And I said if you'd actually read it, Kane would probably love to go hiking or camping. Read your chat.
I love you. I'm busy catching banditos while wearing my little glasses.
And they all said that you'd sit there doing this with your legs going tee-hee and that you'd throw yourself down hills and I'd have to run after you.
I do love rolling down hills. I love rolling down hills, and but the thing is that it is easily 100 times more fun to roll down a hill with another person who doesn't like rolling down hills. It's the same with like funfair rides or roller coasters. It is way better if you're on one with somebody who hates them, because they'll scream and cry, and then you can go hee hee hee. I love that when Dreya ignores chat comes to them. Oh, and thank you for the follow that just happened. That's very, very kind. Froopy Noop. Emma yelling at Dreya, tick that off your stream bingo card. I know we all have it on there. Camping is really good fun once you add a bonfire to the mix. I've never made a bonfire either. I've never done anything, really. I'm a very boring person. I didn't grow up with friends, and I don't drink. So I've really never done anything or gone anywhere. I've been playing this game for a while now, really no-lifing it. Today I hit up Twitch. I'm really enjoying it too. I'm enjoying seeing how everybody has dressed up Henry. I can't remember where I found these stupid little glasses, but I love them. Fuck yeah, bonfire and a beach and some boons. Dunes, not boons. I thought it was going to be tunes. That sounds like a nightmare. I don't like heat and I don't like sand, so that would be hell. When I think of camping, I think of I'd like to go into the woods. Not that Ireland has any woods. If you know anything about Ireland, you'll know it's a desolate fucking wasteland where we chop down all our trees. But I'd love to go into some... It's the one thing I would like to go to America for. I've been to America once and it was miserable. But I would like to go to one of their national parks. They're big woodland, like Yellowstone or Yosemite or something. Big wooded national forest thing. Looks really cool. Just kind of stay in the woods for a couple of weeks. That could be nice. Pitch a tent in the swamps. Ireland, Europe's sawmill. I think we have... I always quote the same stat and it's very depressing. We have 2% or 1.5% of our natural forests left, which is the lowest in Europe, I believe. And most of our trees now are commercial logging ventures. So it's just a really grim place to walk around. It's all just fallow fields, hedgerows, and nothing else. It's just a horrible vacuum of life. Report back to Radovan as soon as possible. All right, sure. That seems all right. What's going to happen with the hens?
What's going to happen with that pair?
You mean Radovan's hands? We'll see. The one that ran for it, it's clear with him. The other fellow was tied up, so who knows?
Oh, you're going to kill him. I just said he mightn't die.
Marley'll have a word with him, and we'll see what he tells us.
Put in a word for Venza. Sure, why not? We'll be nice. I know nothing of Ireland and very little of Europe in general. That's fair. We're very small. What the fuck did you build with all the chopped down trees? I mean, not to be very political, but a lot of them were stolen by the English to build warships. Yeah, there we go. I think it was requisitioned. Longbows and warships, I believe, is what they were built with, what was built with them. Put in a word for Ventsna.
So, Venza surrendered because I promised to put in a good word for him.
Well, it's nice that you
Oh, no.
But I'm the one who'll decide on the fate of that scum. And it's
Australian
quite clear
lord,
to
he was
me.
never going to be nice.
All right.
Okay. Fine.
Could you wait a while? I'd better just check that I haven't lost anything while running around here.
All right, but make it quick. I
Good
was
stuff.
happy to get out of Samine for
We
a
fucked it
while.
up. Yes, we did.
Now,
Since independence has
I'm
gotten
looking
even
forward to
worse.
being back at my own
We finished what they
fireside.
started. Right, let's see. Lockpick hard. I still have barely successfully managed to lockpick anything, so that's not going to fly. A big sack of stuff. Some leeks. I don't need leeks. I should get some bandito loot. Although I'm so full. Oh, okay. Let's take whatever's most expensive. Take some bandage. Take an ordinary die. Door and chest keys. Okay, never mind. We'll get some cool stuff here. grimy skull cap. And the military sword. We can store a lot of stuff on our horse. I've just remembered that. That we have a horse now. Oh, Mutt. Hello, dog.
You silly mutt.
I have said this. He's such an ugly dog. I'm sorry to dog lovers, but I find him so ugly. Ooh, a sword guard. Toledo steel. Don't know what that is. A Lou dice. He's cute. This is the first of the line of demonic dice. Yeah, right. And I'll take some hides as well. Why not? And a silver cup. That should be good. Anything else? We good? I think we're good.
Is that offer of a ride still open?
Sure, if you want.
Yeah, sure, let's go.
The ride would be great. Well,
He looks very huggable. I just imagine he would reek and drool.
Well, let's get going.
Yay! I like running along the beach and looking at the waves. Dreya hates it, probably because he grew up near a beach. Oh god, we've been caught stealing horses or whatever in Skyrim.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
You there, horse thief.
Leave it out, you two.
You were caught crossing the
One way or
border.
another, you want to
Juniper berries. Sorry, I recognise my accents as bad as these actors. Hey, you're finally awake. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Oh, reply? What am I saying?
We didn't want to steal
never
it.
mind.
Well, Venser did. I didn't know what was going to happen.
I didn't want nothing. Well, I got mixed up in this by mistake.
Stop arguing. We're all unhitch the cart and let the horses drag you the rest of the way.
Ah, we're almost there anyway.
Where are you taking us?
To Sameen. where his
Riverwood.
lordship will
No, where was
hear you out
Helgen?
and
That was
decide
it.
what to do
It's been a
with
while since I played
You
that.
realise you can't just execute me.
Ah, it depends. By right, I should send a plea to some court to decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and lop your head off without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
You're a
Are
bad
you
Tito.
yanking my pizzle?
What did you expect?
You're a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to us?
Me. I'm a little goblin boy. I don't know. I simply don't know.
Mood. He'll try to find out whose idea it was.
It definitely wasn't mine.
I can tell from your voice that it wasn't.
On the other hand, when I hear you lot going on and on, I reckon he might not give a damn.
I'm innocent. I swear on my ma's soul.
Is that supposed to soften my heart? Psha! Every mangy curve.
That is not how you pronounce the word mangy.
Swore on his mother. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as the driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
The captain's right. Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
Is that a thing?
That's right. You always were a piece of shit, Francie. No scruples.
Well, ain't it grand to have you here to explain everything? Now shut your gobs, the three of you. Don't want you.
Oh, he hasn't
poisoning
included
the air
me.
with the
I'm
shit you
special.
spout.
Yippee. I can kick my legs. Where's my horse? Is Pebbles pulling the cart? Who are you? Oh, you're the Lord. I forgot what you looked like for a second. Install mods and immediately the cart flies all over the place and you can't finish the intro. I played a lot of Skyrim, but it was all a long time ago. I'm kind of glad I'm not playing Skyrim anymore. It's very unstable. Dreya tried to teach me to swim in the ocean. Oh, it's free, Emma. So scared. I mean, it's easy to swim.
Where's Roskovitz? This is where you
Just
get
breaks
off,
physics and
Henry.
everything launches
Thanks a lot,
everywhere.
Captain.
I remember
Don't
playing
forget to go
like
tell Radovan.
on hard mode or Iron Man or whatever, you know, permadeath mode, and almost getting killed by just some random bones popping up and hitting me in the face.
But you're a laugh to have around.
Have you not heard of the Undertow? I barely went in and I was still too scared. Emma's terrified of the ocean. I like swimming.
And you've got no manners. How about a farewell?
Apparently over 60 FPS the game doesn't even start properly. Oh. Oh, that's just a card. I love the water. I like swimming. I hate the beach. I despise the beach. It's probably because I grew up in seaside towns, but I hate the beach. I'd like to live next to a lake, like a woodland lake. That would be lovely. That would be the perfect ideal. Because then I could swim around, not have to go into a filthy swimming pool, but a lake would be nice. In Michigan, we have an awesome river for tubing. Like lazy river tubing. I have never done this. Is that where you like sit in a tire and float or something? I don't know what this is. Wait, I think there was something called a lazy river when I went to Florida in a theme park, and it was just like you sat in a like an inner tube and just kind of floated, which was kind of nice. That was one of the theme parks I didn't hate. I went to Florida for like a few weeks, and oh my god, I will never go back. But I liked Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens was lovely. And I liked the water park we went to okay. Pretty much everything else. I liked seeing alligators everywhere and the little tiny lizard boys and squirrels. But the weather and every other theme park was a nightmare. If I never set foot in Universal Studios again, it'll be too soon. What about canals? Oh, I've been to Amsterdam. The canals and that were fine. My university, UCC, is campus along a river. It's gorgeous. UCC campus is very pretty. Hang on, I can show UCC. UCC is University College Cork, if you don't know. UCC campus. I'll probably have to go to Google for this. Will they have it? Not really interesting pictures of it, no. Let's go. Search with Google. UCC campus. Well, this is the main square. Hang on. It's kind of pretty. It's quite nice. It's like a nice building. It's like the... Don't know what this building is called, but I've been there. Do they have any pictures of the river and the, like, weeping willows over the bridges and stuff like that? It's very Victorian. I would love to live in a canal boat. I love a nice river with trees along it, but only for watching. Do you have a time when you usually stream, or do you stream when you find time? No schedule. My schedule is usually about 1 to 4 GMT. It is after 4 now, but I have gone a little bit long. Because I like this game and just keep going. I'll just play a bit more. It looks like the cloisters at Oxford. I think it was probably modelled after that, because it was... like everything old in Ireland, it was built by the British, aristocracy. I think it was originally called Queen's College Cork before we cut that shit out. I went, yeah, we're changing that name. I've played it 70 hours now in 6 or 7 days. I did that a little bit with I've been playing a lot of games off camera recently. I played Neverwinter Nights. I was meant to get off over there, wasn't I? Oh my god, hang on. I completely forgot where I was fucking going. Where's my horse? There we go. Okay, good stuff. I'll put stuff on the horse. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, I played Neverwinter Nights 2, Mask of the Betrayer recently and just really mainlined it. I no-lifed it, and it was fun. I would recommend it. And I did the same with Baldur's Gate 2, and that expansion as well. I would also really recommend that. Baldur's Gate 2, fun game. I'm not the first person to comment this. It's a very well-liked game. But it was good. Alright, that's fine. We actually have some free space. Pebbles, bring me to the blacksmith, please.
Go!
Woo! Slightly freaked out at actually controlling a horse for the first time in a while. I've never ridden a horse in real life. I probably have. I've probably been on horses upwards of 10 times. It's just when I was so small that I don't really remember. Like, I have very, very, very vague memories of being on a beach as a child and being put on a very large horse and just being ridden around.
Quick!
Don't be mean to Pebble. Quick! You know what? Follow the path. You can have your head. So you have Mutt and Pebbles. I love it. Yeah, that was... I made it a priority to get Dog back, and I didn't realise I was going to get Horse back, but I'm very happy. Because I think Pebbles is cuter than Mutt. Even though I'm not really a horse person either. I don't really think horses are cute. Now, if there was some sort of giant capybara that we could ride around, cool. Donkey on a beach? I've never seen a donkey on a beach. Horses, yes. But I think the donkey on a beach phenomenon had died out by the time I was a kid. Because I'm not from the 1940s, I guess. Not to be rude. But it's a fairly old-fashioned thing. I don't know if they're allowed anymore. We need to go on some outdoorsy weekend. Did you play the first game? Yes, I really loved the first game. I streamed all of the first game. I think it's on my YouTube archive channel somewhere. I streamed all of the first game, loved it, and I think I then played it again right afterwards on my own. I really enjoyed it. I found some photos of UCC on the river on WhatsApp. Fine. The last time I'm out all tabbing for a bit. Opening up WhatsApp. Emma has sent me some pictures. Okay, those are very, very comically pretty. Great. This is... I'm not like giving away any numbers or anything. Nope, that's fine. This is one of the bridges in UCC. This is another one. A very low-res image, but you get the gist. And this one. Good. Shush you. This is what UCC looks like. It's nice to walk around. It's a good time. Yes, that is nice. Resume game. I want to at least hand in this quest before we log out for the day. Where was the blacksmith? Oh my god, I'm sorry, I bumped your nose. Is it my dog barking? Yes. Can a dog outrun a horse? Probably in short term. I don't know what the top speed of a dog is compared to a horse. There you are. Ooh, I don't know if that's hurting you or not. I don't know horses. I'm sorry. Hello. Are you okay? Can I just, like, brush your cheek? You've got kind of a scene kid emo vibe going on with the hair. Is it weird to give your horse a haircut? Just, like, cut it, like, shave it down? Give it a buzz cut or something? Maybe. One thing I love about this game is that the landscape looks so much like where I grew up. I keep saying it's comically beautiful, so looks lovely. Just, you know, less traffic.
Good day.
The cart has been found. Good and bad news.
So, job done. The cart was found.
I'm covered in blood and filth.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh, they did they?
Aye.
You're not a good actor.
They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realised they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
I killed like 4 people.
And they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semin, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you
people do cut their horses' hair. Can you gel it?
That's right.
Can you put gel in a horse?
In Apollonia, along with the carts and the goods.
Indeed.
Is that allowed? Is that cruel? I don't know. Or hairspray? Because you could probably get animal-safe hairspray.
I'm not sure. Lord Semin took them and Gules to his courtyard. We'll see how he deals with them.
I'd know what to do with them.
I don't think you should.
I don't think Lord Semin will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your
I like how this feels like realistically awkward small talk between people who don't really know each other. Frosted tips horse. Aww.
Who knows what
I've seen patterns shaved into a camel, so I assume you could do the same with horses.
But it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks.
They do make a specific hairspray for horses.
And have you got another job for me?
Yay, we actually get to go to the wedding at some point, Jesus.
And it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truskovitz. What do you think of her?
My parents moved a lot, so I lived in the countryside for a few years, in the city for a few years. I love the country, but I think I prefer the city. One thing I do know, I hate living in a small town. I hate small towns. I currently live in a small town. I fucking despise it. Small towns suck. Yes, they do. Maybe it's just this town. There's very few that I like. Google says horses get their hair tangled often, so they make hairspray to help slick it up and untangle it. Ah! Like a little conditioning hairspray. I've come to think that a small town might be ideal for me. Oof. I prefer a small town over a big city? No. Well, I guess it depends. Like, Emma and I, Emma specifically, you'll know this town that I'm about to mention. I wouldn't mind living in Dungarvan. Dungarvan's, relatively close to here. And that is a nice place to live and be around. This is a particularly bad example of a small town, but I think I would still rather live in either the city or the countryside. I don't really like the middle. Samine is marrying Agnes. I haven't seen Agnes. Yeah, I haven't seen Agnes. Wait, do I remember Agnes? I can't remember.
I haven't seen Agnes. Is she pretty?
Pretty doesn't do her justice. She's a beauty. But she's got such a sharp tongue on her that I don't envy older.
Some people are into that. There's like a surgery where you can whittle it down to a point.
Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Teresa. We keep saying that it was vague. I guess this is the confirmation. Teresa was mentioned at the very beginning. I don't know. Should we say Teresa's waiting for me? Or do we want to be free and loose so we can, basically make Henry a gay slut? I think that might be the way I want to take this. I'm not really sure. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns.
What does all this have to do with smithing, Radovan?
What? Can't I chat about women with my apprentice? You're right, though. Let's get down to business. Old Semin wants a
Is that Mulan I just quoted? I can't even remember.
Wedding present.
Mulan reference. There we go. You hated that movie. I did hate Mulan. I turned Mulan off halfway through.
It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
Women, eh?
Blade of first-class steel.
I'm not doing more smithing today. I'll do that tomorrow. We don't have any good steel? I'm sure I've looted some.
I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You
Yay.
really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
Where will we get it?
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad.
I'm going to
got it all
steal
figured
it.
out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
I know where that is.
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia, and folks say they saw this interesting
Like the
broken
Pixies song?
sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See
What
now?
about Damascus steel? I know nothing about swords.
But there's a catch.
What about the thousand-folded
They say
katana
that
blade of the
Ambrose
Far
Hermit
East?
has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. But now he won't see no one. I even heard he made a pact.
Devil worshippers.
Devil.
Absolutely want to see this.
And there have been other strange goings on.
What strange goings on?
What strange goings on?
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition. But that's all I know.
Where can I find him?
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone
Who
who goes to a hermit
ghosts?
for advice? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia. But you'll have to ask the Truskovitz womenfolk if you want to know more.
You know how women are. They love hermits. You ever heard of this Rasputin character? No, wait, he won't be born for another few hundred years. Never mind. He made a pact with the devil.
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with the devil?
No idea. It might just be old wives' tales.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit's sword. But in return, you'll get me invited to Semin's wedding.
If it means so much to you.
Women, eh?
Come and see
Love
Becky
an
from the
hermit.
Truskovitz tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll
If you know
definitely
what I
tell you more
mean.
about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best
How
sword in the world
bizarre and
isn't
weird
worth
would it be
eternal damnation.
if Henry was an atheist? Like that, I imagine that was not a thing here in 1403 Bohemia or whatever. There we go. You were not far off with the sword thing earlier. Damascus steel is just as good as Toledo. Ooh! I've heard the term Damascus steel before. Okay, still getting into the wedding party. But now we have the trail of a hermit who we can steal a sword from. This seems bad. They did exist, but very rare. Alright, well, that is where I will save and exit for the day. I will come back to this tomorrow, play more, and guide Henry to a hermit and see if I can steal a sword from him. Or maybe buy a sword from him or something. I don't know, something like that. I saw the hermit storyline with an Austrian historian streamer. Ooh. I hope to catch you in the future, entertaining. Thank you, that's very kind. Dreya ghost pole? What ghost pole? I have no idea. Right, save and quit. I didn't even really use any potions. There was very little combat or anything. It was all just very boring blacksmithing and then wandering around with some lords talking about lad shit. Dreya ghost pole. No, rude. What poll do you want to make? Do you believe in ghosts? Okay, that's the poll that's up there. I have answered. Right. If you would like to see me in more places, you can type !links or !YouTube, because I'm on YouTube. There should be a video going up this week, but I have lots of videos, so you can go watch them. I will link you directly to my latest video, which came out on Wednesday, maybe? Something like that. And you can go watch that. It's funny. I played a game called The Fortress of Dr. Radiaki, and it was... Ooh, it was a horrible time, I'll be totally honest. I feel like I'm a different person after playing it. If you would rather stay on Twitch, I will raid somebody. And I need to go shopping, so I need to leave. Let's go /raid, and I'll be live again tomorrow. Let's raid this person. Good stuff. Thank you for watching. I will be live soon. Go do what you like. Have a lovely evening or whatever. I can't even do my normal high-pitched squeal because of the sickness. Bye.